Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Just continuing on really with the Epstein files that have been released, and there's quite a lot in there to be honest. None of it good for the global elites. So I've got a few videos here to be honest. We've got this first one on living life in abundance. The Jeffrey Epstein situation just got worse. Mentioning Jay-Z here. Um, the E-Times here. We've got Sarah Ferguson's Just Marry Me email to Epstein surfaces in DOJ bombshell. We've got Jeffrey Epstein's links to Putin revealed with Russian girls in the largest honey trap for the KGB. It's all going big here. It's all going big. Who is the girl on Epstein's frame? There's a little girl went missing in America, won a beauty pageant, went missing. Looks a lot like a girl in the Epstein files. That's another crack. Second Epstein victims claim she was sent to the UK for sex with Andrew, Prince Andrew. Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly raped and abused girls daily. Sickening pattern revealed. Dark secrets of all 3 million Epstein files finally revealed. So, there's a lot going on. There's a lot come out. And not all of it. I mean, there's two things kind of happened here. We've got emails from Epstein to people from Epstein and to Epstein from people, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, that kind of thing. The emails, I think they've got a lot of credibility because they're emails between these actual people. So anything that's being said between them is very, very credible, to be honest. We have a lot of other things that are witness reports, etc. Some of them might not be credible, but for me, all the emails between Epstein and all the elites, then they're very credible because they're talking to each other here. The accusations, some of them may be false, some of them, but there is a lot. They're all on the general same theme of child abuse and that kind of thing. So I don't think the majority are false, to be honest, but there might be some false claims. But the emails between each other, I mean, you've got to take them as golden, you know what I mean? They're talking to each other in emails, so why would they be fucking lying? And yeah, so they can't put any spin on talking to each other for me. Can put a bit of spin on the accusations again without if there's no evidence. There's one crazy one about child sacrifice there got mentioned, and eating intestines from babies still full of feces in a ritual sacrifice. Now for me, I think that I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it sounds a bit far-fetched. So yeah, that for me, again, I don't think there is a lot of evidence for that in particular. So that for me, I mean, I'll take that one with a pinch of salt. Do you know what I mean? But the majority of this, you cannot take it with a pinch of salt here. It's emails between each other. So let's get into it and see some more of the sickening depravity that goes on at the highest levels with all these global elites. Again, Trump's named 5,338 times in the Epstein files, by the way. 5,338 times. Trump. So, yeah, all this Trump's not in the fucking Epstein files. He's right out of the window. He's threatening to murder people in here. Same with Prince Andrew. Apparently murdering people, getting rid of people who might blow the whistle. So it's real dark, to be honest, and the majority of it's true, to be honest. These people are Satanists or Luciferian. There is Satanists and like Luciferians, and it's pretty much the same thing, but not quite. Again, Lucifer, Satan, the devil, they're kind of made up names, really. His name was Lucifer. So there is Luciferianism as well. So there's voodoo, there's what was the Queen doing? There's druids, there's you know what I mean? It's all kind of the dark arts, dark fucking shit sort of thing. So there's many names and forms of the dark arts, but child abuse and sacrifice is very much part of it. That's the thing. It's again, when you worship Satan, the devil, or Lucifer, like child sacrifice. I mean, it's not just that as well. It's Baal. The god Baal was very much for child sacrifice. He was also for putting trees in the house around the December period. This was all Baal. Oh no, possibly Nimrod. Was it Nimrod or Baal? I think it's Baal. To be honest, anyhow, there's lots of gods. We've been through this before. Ra, Baal, Nimrod, fucking Yeshua. There's many gods, and these people, again, like you go into a church, people worship Jehovah, which is our God, the Christian God. You go into the mosque and they're worshipping Allah, that's their God. Well, the global elites like the Lucifer, that's their God. So if you can wrap your head around that, we'll get a lot further, a lot quicker, to be honest, if you can wrap your head around that. So let's have a listen to some of this fucking sick shit, like, honest to God.
T are on the Epstein files, and people are not trying to keep the same energy saying it's cap. Nah. Y'all said we believe in everything on the Epstein files. Which one is it? The woman on the files claims that Pusha T and Harvey Weinstein attended a party with her, and then they proceeded to give her that Bill Cosby and then SA. She then proceeded that Jay-Z R-worded her as well back in 1996, even stating that she felt that she was in the home of Epstein. Also, it's claimed that Bill Gates caught something from one of the Russian girls he was messing with and was asking for medicine. And Elon was...
Yeah, I mean, that as well. That's an email. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bill Gates has come out and denied it, obviously. But that's emails between Bill Gates and Epstein, right? It's emails between the two people. So, I mean, I think you want to take that as pretty credible evidence, to be honest. I mean, there's emails between Musk as well. Musk saying what night will the wildest party be on. So these people are all banged to fucking rights, to be honest. You've all been caught. You've absolutely all been caught. It's a sex trafficking ring at the highest levels. It's Luciferian. It's satanic. It's fucking all this shit. And you've all been caught. Like, you've all been caught, like. So, yeah, there's some real dark shit in here, to be honest. Some real dark shit indeed. But that's an email between Bill Gates and Epstein. So I'm taking that as gospel, you know what I mean? That's between the two of them.
Was asking to be a part of the most nastiest party that he got.
Yeah, Musk was literally asking him to be the part of the wildest party of the week. What does that mean exactly? And he was told that the operation was shutting down on St. James's Island, and they'll get back to him. So, honest to God, these people are fucking... They're all done here. I don't know how... I mean, they should all have fell now, like, you know what I mean? But now it'll probably happen to these. That's the beauty of this. These fuckers will just crash the economy and start a war, and then it'll be brushed under fucking rug by fucking April here. So, yeah, it's a fucking shit show. It really is a shit show.
Some are saying no way Jay-Z's part is true because in 1996, he barely had blown up yet. He wasn't as famous as he is now.
Yeah, well, that's how you get famous, you mong. That's like, not this guy, I wasn't calling him a mong. The people who were saying he wasn't that famous, what the fuck's that got to do with anything? Like, you go into these parties and you get involved in the rituals, and then basically they film you doing stuff as well, which is blackmail material, which is what Epstein was up to. Getting material on people to blackmail them so that they're in your pocket, be it politicians, be it whoever. They play along to your tune because you've got fucking evidence on them that can completely condemn them. I mean, this goes for probably all Hollywood celebrities. Like, this is how you keep control, and you keep them to shut their mouths that don't speak out of turn. Because the minute you do, we end your career, we end your life, and you go into prison because we have all the evidence we need to send you there. So that's what it's all about. Again, that's what Epstein is doing. He's getting material on everybody they possibly can. So they play ball with all their agendas, like, again, but not just that, they are Luciferian weirdos who, in the inner circle, do it because they not only enjoy it, but it's ritual, it's a ritual to their gods. But on the outer side of it, they indoctrinate people into it, and that's the hold that they've got, that these people won't kind of grass on the rest of them. Do you know what I mean? Once you're involved in it, and you've been to one of these parties, and you're as fucking guilty as they are, you're not going to say anything about it, are you? Because, well, you're all guilty. So this is exactly what's going on, you know what I mean? And it's kind of a little private club that all this goes down and they all enjoy it, but they bring people in from the on the sidelines, celebrities, politicians, in order to blackmail them and keep them quiet. So that's literally what's going on here with the Jeffrey Epstein crack. So let's get we'll move forward here and hear some of this dark shit again. We got Sir Ferguson wants to marry him. We've got fucking Putin's involved as well. Um, we've got let's have a listen to this crack here. Hold on.
JonBenet on the Boulder Police Department website. See the jumper? This is a photo of Jeffrey in 1997, 1 year after JonBenet's body was found. See that he has gray hair? This is an actual Epstein file that you can find on the government website. The number's on the screen. See the jumper? Do you see the blonde hair on the little girl? Do you see that Jeffrey has gray hair? This is a comment I got on Instagram on a post on the same topic. I'll give you a second to read it. This is the very next Epstein file after the Epstein file I just showed you. And the file number for this one is on the screen as well. Who is she? Who is that little girl? Release the damn files. This is an actual Epstein file. The file number is on the screen. I'll also put it in the comments. This is an actual photo of Jeffrey Epstein with a little girl on his shoulders. You can see in the photo, she has blonde hair, and obviously her face is redacted. Then someone sent me this.
Yeah, so this little girl, she won a beauty pageant and then went missing and eventually turned up dead. And there is this girl pictured who looks a lot like her with Jeffrey Epstein. So again, the level of what really is going on here. Again, it's not nice, to be honest. It's not nice at all, and it's right. I imagine people struggle to wrap their head around like how sick this really is. Yeah, these people are kidnapping. Again, in Britain alone, 100,000 children go missing every year and vanish off the face of the earth, never to be seen again. They don't get a mention in the media at all, like Madeleine McCann or anything like that. So, yeah, where do you think these kids go? And like this kid here, it's, well, it's very suspicious, to be honest, especially now we know what we know. Well, I mean, I've known this for a while, but now the general public know what we know, that these people are into like sort of sacrifice and fucking rape and child rape. Like, this is what they do. They are sick bastards, to be honest. Yeah, but it's very suspicious. This young girl that went missing, won a beauty pageant, went missing for quite a while, and then I think eventually turned up dead. The body was found quite a while later. But there's quite a few photos with Jeffrey Epstein with a young girl with blonde hair in around about the same time, and she does look a lot like, but we're having to look at this sort of side picture because her face has been redacted on a lot of the other pictures. But this is obviously in another picture, and they forgot to redact it's like in the side of a bigger picture, if you know what I mean. The picture isn't of this picture, the picture's of something over here on the right, and this is just on the left of the picture. So they didn't clear the girl's face out, but he's got a photo in his house with this little young blonde girl. It looks a lot like this little blonde girl that went missing. So again, I don't definitely know that that's the crack, but very suspicious. Again, with what these people get up to as well, it's not an absolute leap. It's not crazy. It is a possibility, to be honest, with what these people get up to. So again, I don't know that this is the crack, but this is people are digging there. People are digging here, and there'll be a lot more to come out in the next couple of days and weeks here. Absolutely. Again, there's some more stuff about Donald Trump come out here about fucking burying people under golf courses. So we'll move on to that, I think. But yeah, that's just a thing as well. This little girl. Is it the little girl that went missing who won a beauty pageant? And again, beauty pageant. What is it, a Donald Trump beauty pageant? Again, Erica Kirk won a Donald Trump beauty pageant. And then Erica Kirk went on, after winning that beauty pageant, to go in Romania, work for Romanian Angels, which are banned out of the country, as well as Erica Kirk, because children were going missing. So this is what's going on: trafficking, sex trafficking, child slavery, possibly in ways. Who knows? There possibly is sacrifice in there. Again, I don't kind of like to mention that. It is mentioned, to be honest, but you kind of don't like to tread over that ground. It's getting a bit. Again, this is why I mean, the people that struggle to believe that section of it, and again, I don't blame them, but if it's happening, it needs to stop for a start. But history is littered with sacrifice and child sacrifice, and I think people just think because we live in modern times, that doesn't go on anymore. But it's went on for pretty much the whole history of the earth, to be honest. So thinking it's stopped now might be naive in many ways. So we'll move over to another video here where we've got that was Sex for Andrew. Jeffrey Epstein repeatedly abused girls daily in sickening pattern revealed. Right, we'll move on to this guy, Midas Touch. I'm going to subscribe and like the video. Dark secrets of all 3 million Epstein files revealed. Right, it's 16 minutes long, so we'll have a crack at this as well. This guy's got some interesting information, so we'll have a look at this.
Files are still missing at least. So I think the most devastating documents have not been produced yet. But as you know, I went through all 3 million documents on Friday and I gave my initial report. I've since gone through it again and I found additional documents I want to share with you. So you can go back, watch my other analysis of the 3 million documents. But what I'm about to share with you right now, it's dark, it's grim, it's schoolish. Donald Trump is all over the Epstein files, over 5,000 references to his name. The entire cabal is the Trump regime. Howard Lutnick's mentioned. Donald Trump's new chairman of the Federal Reserve is mentioned. Elon Musk is repeatedly mentioned. Donald Trump's friends, NFL owners are mentioned. Stephen Tisch. I mean, it is Trump's crew, and it is grotesque what is happening here. Bannon is speaking with Epstein like every single day, it seems like. There's constant communications there. And let's start off with this document. Epstein is text messaging Bannon in May 2019 that Donald Trump had a fundraiser next door to my house on 71 yesterday. I told them to ask if he wanted to come in for a massage. So Epstein is saying that Donald Trump's doing a fundraiser next door in 2019 in May. You see the messages right here for yourself. And he's telling Bannon, who's, one of Donald Trump's closest advisors and allies, that he's saying if Donald Trump wants to come in for a massage. But then also on December 25th, 2018, Jeffrey Epstein is text messaging and sending emails as well. We see in the files. And I'm going to show you an email right now that he's saying he's involved in the selection of the next chairman of the next Treasury Secretary, someone to replace Steve Mnuchin right here. And you see, let's take a look at this message right here. It's emails from Larry Summers and Jeffrey Epstein. Larry Summers is saying, "We'll call tonight or at some point. Will you be visiting Mar-a-Lago?" And again, Donald Trump had been saying that Epstein had never been to Mar-a-Lago since 2004. We know through these Epstein files that Epstein was invited in 2012, and there's constant references. Are you going to be back at Mar-a-Lago? Are you speaking to Trump? Were they still having communications with each other at this time? Jeffrey Epstein tells Larry Summers that he's, quote, being asked for 3 names to replace Steve Mnuchin as Treasury Secretary. So Epstein's representing that he's involved in the selection process of Donald Trump's cabinet in 2018. Then there was this declaration, which we uncovered on our second review of these files. Here's what this declaration says, and it's signed by someone named Tiffany Doe, which is like a Jane Doe. It's Jane Doe. It's a pseudonym, and it's dated June 18th, 2016. Here's what it says. I personally witnessed defendant Trump telling the plaintiff that she shouldn't ever say anything if she didn't want to disappear like the 12-year-old female. Redacted, and that he was capable of having her whole family killed. After leaving the employment of Mr. Epstein in the year 2000, I was personally threatened by Mr. Epstein that I would be killed and my family killed as well if I ever disclosed any of the physical and sexual abuse of minor females that I had personally witnessed by Mr. Epstein or any of his guests. I am coming forward to swear to the truthfulness of the physical and sexual abuse that I personally witnessed of minor females at the hands of Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein, including the plaintiff, during the time of my employment from the years of 1990 to 2000 for Mr. Epstein. I swear to these facts under penalty of perjury, even though I fully understand that the life of myself and my family is now in grave danger. Signed under penalty of perjury, Tiffany Doe, June 18th, 2016. This Jane Doe says that she observed Donald Trump saying that he would disappear people and kill people just like he did to other girls. Now, speaking about the threats of murder and death, here's an email of Jeffrey Epstein being told that he has permission to kill an unidentified man. And then he says, whoops. So you have a redacted sender over here. We should know there's no reason why this sender should be redacted by the DOJ. But this person's emailing Epstein and says, I give you permission to kill him. He is apparently with Olga. He lied to you and he lied to me. Then Epstein goes, whoops. And then this person says, I'm not sure if it's a male or a female sender, maybe a female sender. If you look underneath the redactions, you could see a little bit. No one will lie to you and get away with it from me. No one. Whoops is correct. And that term whoops seems to be used over and over again in these emails. When RFK Jr.'s wife was found hanging, Epstein responded, whoops. And then it talks.
Yeah, I'm just going to interject. Yeah, these people do kill people, and oh, fucking hell. Hold on. Yeah, these people do kill people. I mean, Dr. David Kelly, I mentioned before in another video, was murdered by the powers that be, the British government, if you want. Tony Blair, not personally, but he was standing in the way of the global plan, which was being enacted by Tony Blair at that time. And was kind enough to tell the world that Saddam didn't have weapons of mass destruction, and then was suspiciously found dead in a field. So, yeah, these people kill people, and again, anybody who knows this crack, again, and has for a while, and again, Dr. David Kelly. And there's a long list of people like Dr. David Kelly who have been gotten rid of because they got in the way, or they knew too much, or they said the wrong thing. Yeah, I mean, and this goes into celebrities as well, to be honest. I mean, there's the whole, like, 27 club, you know what I mean? Which could be part of, like, a ritual sacrifice, that you sacrifice people at 27 in some way. Who knows what these sick weirdos get up to, but... I mean, I seen a celebrity who was trying to blow the whistle on all of this quite a while ago. And he actually come out and said, like, how many people do you know that have died suspiciously in the last 5 years? And it was a good question, and the answer's none. And in fact, in most of my life, I think the answer's none. And this celebrity, who had other celebrity friends, 5 of his celebrity friends had died in suspicious circumstances. And it's a good point, to be honest. How many people do you know that have died in suspicious circumstances? And the answer's none. So, yeah, there's proof always in the pudding. Yeah, and how many of these sort of suspicious... I mean, Keith Ledger, he's one. But a lot of he's part of the 27 club as well. So, yeah, that these people do murder people. Like, again, murder. And again, when you're sort of a Satanist and a Luciferian, all the bad things, the sins, so like thou shalt not kill, right? Well, God said you shouldn't kill. So Lucifer likes to kill because God said you shouldn't. So you're getting the sort of drift here. Children are innocent. Well, in God's eyes and God's image, children are innocent. So these people take children's innocence from them by abusing them. So this is kind of the Luciferian doctrine, the satanic doctrine. Do all the bad shit, basically. I mean, it's hard to believe, but then it's not hard to believe if you kind of understand that Luciferianism, Satanism, is a real thing, and these people again look at the gods, or do you know what I mean? Like the Baal, the Nimrod, the Ra. Look at the gods and what they stood for, and again, I believe Baal liked child sacrifice. And that was part of the worship of Baal back in the day, child sacrifice. Again, we had sort of the South Americans, the Aztecs, and the etc. I believe people like that were sacrificing people as well to their gods. So again, there's a long history of sacrificing people. And again, it's all again, thou shalt not kill. So these people kill because it doesn't bother them one single little bit because they are Luciferian and killing isn't a problem in Luciferianism. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot more going on here, but yeah, when people die suspiciously, especially people who are going against the agenda or know too much about the people and the agenda, these people often suspiciously turn up dead. I mean, it's happened many a time. I mean, you can put Princess Diana in there for another one, to be honest. Princess Diana knew far too much, even suspiciously dead in a tunnel. Yeah, and she was going against the royals again. Prince Andrew, the royals, again, the royals are all sick weirdos as well, to be honest. And she was going against them, and she turned up dead in a tunnel by not many people surprised who understand what's going on. Again, what they've done in the aftermath of Diana's death, in all the rituals of her, like I can't think of the word, like ornaments, monuments, things to commemorate her, very much spoke Luciferianism, you know what I mean? But people don't know what to look for in these kind of signs, symbols, and all this kind of darkness. I mean, you've got music industry people doing satanic rituals on stage at concerts, and these people haven't got a fucking clue, you know what I mean? So it's one of them. If people, that half of them are stupid, and the other half are fucking blind, to be honest. And you can get all of this to come out and tell them everything, and they'll still be fucking stupid by tomorrow. So that's the zombies for you. So I will crack on. Let's hear more of this.
Talks about how Kennedy's wife was found dead in her backyard May 17, 2012. Jeffrey Epstein's response was, whoops. And then the autopsy of RFK Jr.'s wife showed that it seemed that she was trying to stop herself from being hung. Her hands were actually in the noose, which is very rare to see. But Epstein goes whoops. And then in the one before, he said whoops when it came to being instructed that he could kill somebody. I also want to bring this up as well. There's an entire file in the Epstein files that were released that has over 12 headshots of underage girls. Not a single headshot is redacted. One of the pages in the file confirms that all of these girls are minors. We were not posting this image of the girls. You know, Aaron Parnas works at the Midas Touch Network and he has his own independent network. We all agreed we're not going to post it, but in our review, we were able to see the minors. And it's despicable that the DOJ put that out there. And I hope we tagged the DOJ to say, redact this, get rid of this right now. But that's what they were doing, exposing victims to so much more trauma. References to pizza in these messages, and it seems to be used as a substitute.
Pizzagate. Again, I was going to make a video the other day on Pizzagate, as I seen a video on it. Still might make it, yeah. Pizzagate, Hillary Clinton, emails leaked, referencing pizza quite a lot in the wrong context. It was like it was code for something. Could it be children? That's what the that's what the theory was. It meant children. Pizzagate. We had Erica Kirk, ex, with a tattoo of pizza on his lip that he was showing in a photo. He had pizza tattooed on his lip. Again, Erica Kirk, Romanian Angels, linked to Donald Trump through a beauty pageant. It all connects together. It absolutely all connects together. So yeah, it's honest to God, mind blowing. Some of this, as you mentioned there, hundreds of young girls exposed as well by the files, all underage, girls that were trafficked. So there's a lot come out here, right? There really has a lot. I mean, people are still digging. Honestly, again, I remain. More will come out in the days and weeks as people dig and dig. And putting two and two together here, again, could that little girl we mentioned before be the girl of the beauty pageant in America that went missing? Then turned up dead. Not a definite, but there's some similarities. Well, they look similar. And it was around about the same time. Again, not a definite, but this is the kind of stuff that's going on. Young girls are being trafficked and abused, possibly murdered. We've heard Donald Trump there and Epstein saying they can get people murdered. Not a problem here. And if you go around telling anybody about this, you will end up dead. Trump mentioning he bury people under golf courses in one email or one threat. But yeah, there's some real dark shit going down here. But I mean, I knew there was dark shit going down here. It's kind of the crack with like Luciferianism and Satanism. That's again kind of the crack. So we'll play on.
Substitute for girls. It's unclear, but they refer to pizza over and over again. Let's just say it appears to be a substitute and a code word for something else. Holy shit, Chunky, I forgot about that. What time do you want to get pizza and grape soda tomorrow? This is Jeffrey Epstein to somebody named Harry Fish. What time? Again, let me be clear. I don't know what the code word is. Maybe they're actually talking about pizza. I don't know. But there's hundreds and thousands of references to pizza in.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know if he knows about Pizzagate and the Hillary Clinton affair, but yeah, it's referring to children. Again, this has already kind of come out in the Hillary Clinton Pizzagate crack, and again, we've seen Erica Kirk. Bear with it, I'll get the photo. Hold on. So here we have Erica Kirk's ex, Cabot Phillips, tells you everything you need to know. He's got pizza tattooed on his lip and he's exposing it. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see it from there. See if we can get a bigger picture of it somewhere. Here's a bigger picture here. If you zoomed in there, pizza tattooed on his lip, and he's exposing it here on the right in a bigger picture. So yeah, Pizzagate basically. It's a Hillary Clinton email thing. Again, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are two of the most implicated people in the whole Epstein files affair, to be honest. I mean, George Bush Sr. also mentioned as well there. If you go and read a book by David Icke called The Big Secret, in fact, which is at least 20 years old, I'd say 15 years old, there is very, very dark, detailed descriptions of Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr. Very, very dark tales indeed in that book about what they got up to with children. Some of it from victims. I think that's where David Icke got it from. He got it from victims that spoke out. But yeah, Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr. were very much implicated by David Icke for everything that's being said here. Up to 15 to 20 years ago, to be honest. I mean, George Bush Sr. has been dead quite a while. Hold on a minute, let's have a look and see when that happened. Yeah, look, so here we go. He died in 2018, and he'll have been real fucking old when he died, so he won't have been up to much, sexual abuse at that age, I would imagine. So it'll have been when he was quite a bit younger, knocking back into the times we're talking with the Epstein files, and possibly earlier into the 90s. So another man very much implicated, but it has very much been said before about what this man got up to. And again, very, very detailed accounts in the David Icke books that I read myself. So again, and it's all been kind of, David Icke's been absolutely fucking vilified, if that's the right word, with all this coming out. David Icke's told you the truth of these people for 15 to 20 years and how dark and sick these people have been. He really has. Honest to God, go and read The Big Secret by David Icke, and he'll tell you exactly what these Bill Clinton and George Bush got up to. And go and have a look when that book was written. And a lot of what we're coming out here is literally backing up everything David Icke said.
Odd ways. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thank you for letting us do that. This is better than a Chinese cookie. See attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. I mean, there's a ton of messages like that. Also, this was interesting. Brad Karp, who is the chairman of the law firm Paul Weiss, and people were shocked when Paul Weiss capitulated to Donald Trump in this regime and then agreed to provide, tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars in pro bono legal services. People are like, why would Brad Karp do that? Well, Brad Karp has messages right here with Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein to Brad Karp. If your buddy Kraft needs a local Palm representative lawyer, let me know. Epstein to Karp, saying your buddy Kraft, Bob Kraft, the Patriots owner, I'm sure he will need the best there is, Brad Karp responds. And then I think Brad Karp previously denied having any communications. Also, Peter Attia, MD, the new CBS contributor, talked about having Jeffrey Epstein withdrawal, and he also made really lewd and disgusting remarks about women's genitalia or girls' genitalia in these files, and how he is Epstein withdrawal, and it's really grotesque stuff right here. Then it goes on to say, okay, thanks so much for the safe trip home. No, thank you. Hopefully Jeffrey Epstein is in town when I'm back. I go into Jeffrey Epstein's withdrawals when I don't see him. We've talked about this in the other video. I'll just reference it again. Howard Lutnick, who previously claimed that he had no communications with Jeffrey Epstein since 2005. He said he met Epstein once. They were neighbors for many, many years. And he goes, I was so disgusted by Epstein after I met him in 2005. I've never seen him again. I would never meet him professionally or for business. Well, we've seen that Lutnick was communicating with Epstein. Lutnick was giving the ages of his children when going to the island. He said, I have an 11-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old. Like, we're going to come to the island together. And I have friends with little children as well. We're going to come to the island. Grotesque stuff right there. Epstein donated $50,000 to Howard Lutnick's, an award that Howard Lutnick was receiving. There's lots of messages. They're all liars. Brett Ratner right here is seen in this photo with Epstein, and it appears to be a very young girl. I don't know the age of this individual. The face is redacted. This is the guy who directed Melania's movie. That's why I say it's a cabal. This is a cabal of all of these people right here. This is redacted. We don't know who this person is right here, partaking in what appears to be sexual activities with very young girls right here. Who is that individual right there? I'm not sure what's going on, but you can judge for yourself. I'm just sharing with you my opinions, and you could judge for yourself what the heck is going on. Also, as Brian Krasenstein explains, the Trump DOJ is so disgustingly inept that they posted dozens of photographs in dataset 10 of victims, both redacted and unredacted. The black redactions are those they made, but the red redactions are the ones that Brian did to redact the image of these victims, likely underage victims. Pam Bondi is putting these victims, likely underage girls, at risk, while at the same time not withholding the actual information that people still want to see. There are millions of documents still missing. I mean, look at this. More likely These are more likely victims right here. And again, these are some grotesque pictures. The red redactions are what Brian did. These are unredacted in the files. So you're able to see the underage girls in the files, which is so utterly disgusting right here. You know about this one from the prior video that I did, that there was this document that the DOJ removed right away, which had all of these accusations and allegations against Donald Trump, 13 to 14-year-old girls, talking about calendar parties where Donald Trump, the allegations are, would measure their vaginas, and all of these horrific things would be taking place. And again, these are just allegations. Let's be clear. But it was very suspicious, I thought, that the DOJ removed it right away. Also among the batch of newly released emails from Epstein telling Peter Thiel he would gladly share expenses for the Gawker suite. And this was sent the day after it was announced that Peter Thiel funded the lawsuit to basically shut down Gawker. And of course, we know from the prior video I made, Elon Musk is all over these files. He's telling Epstein, what day can I come to the island? I want to go to the wildest parties. Which day will it be the wildest? I don't just want to like hang out. I'm not looking to rest. Show me the dates that will be the absolutely wildest.
Yep. And again, they basically said that the operation was being shut down on St. James's Island or whatever, and it will get back to you, Mr. Musk. But he kind of begging to go to a wild party. So they're all fucking banging the rights here. Everybody knew. Well, no, they didn't. Sorry. A lot of people knew what the crack was here, but it's all kind of come out in the wash. So again, he's mentioned there, it's a cabal. It's a big club. It's a big club as God, Rufus off Bill and Ted. Forgot his name now. He's dead now. Comedian, American. It's a big club anyway, and we're not in it. So yeah, that's again. There'll be more stuff coming out here. Again, this channel's Midas Touch. Good video, I thought. Good information. He's made a video before this with more. This is just other stuff that he's found. This isn't the original stuff, but a lot of the original stuff we've mentioned, but not all of it. So if you want to watch the previous video, Midas Touch is the channel. 5.9 million subscribers, which is real good. Getting the words out here. You know what I mean? 500,000 views in 5 hours. Good stuff. So, yeah, spread the word of these sick motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like, bring it all down. We can solve most of the problems in the world if we get rid of the ruling class and the global elite. Honestly, we can solve most of the problems in the world in one fine swoop. And we just need to put someone in charge who actually knows what the fuck they're doing, who isn't a corrupt Luciferian Satanist weirdo, and we'll do alright. We really will. Probably won't have wars. The economy, we can fix that, start a new one. Yeah, I mean, I could fix it all, you know what I mean? Like, put me in charge and I can fix it all, but we need to get rid of all the Satanists and all the Luciferian weirdos, all these people mentioned here, and quite a lot more. But we kind of know who they are. I mean, in England, it's like Starmer and the upper echelons of the government and a few of the House of Lords and loads of billionaires. Yeah, we kind of know the people. We know who they are. So if we can get rid of them all, we can have a good world here and people can prosper instead of us being held back by the Luciferian doctrine of shit. It's kind of the crack. So, I'll leave it there anyway. Again, good video I thought from Midas Touch, but sick information coming out. Again, a lot more to come, I would imagine. A lot more to come. We'll be back with more, with more fucking damning evidence to fucking... Honestly, how are these people... How is Donald Trump still president of America right now? Unbelievable. Yeah, and again, the Great White Hope is the massive red, orange paedophile in reality. The massive orange paedophile. Right, we'll leave it there, peace. Scrap that. We'll add this on the end. Andy the Gabby Cabby. What they discovered about Starmer in the Epstein files is terrifying. So, I haven't heard this personally. I'll be hearing it for the first time, as much as yourself. Unless you watched the video from Andy Gabby Cabby here. Only 52 minutes ago, 4,000 views. So let's see what's been said about Starmer in the Epstein files. Here we go.
Over the last couple of days, there's been another set of, we'll call it very pertinent information released from the files in the United States of America. And of course, you should know who I'm referring to when I refer to the files. It certainly details an awful lot about an awful lot of people in very important positions. And in effect, when you look at the information, it appears that Jeffrey probably had something on just about anybody of note. And I was reading them last night and couldn't fathom what was in front of me. I've picked out 3 things for the benefit of this video that I want to show you and go through with you right now, just to scratch the surface a little bit. I was a little bit torn, really, as to whether to do this video, because generally I play it safe on here, but there are times where you have to push your luck a little bit. And this
There's no playing it safe here, pal. We've absolutely been done over by the Satanists here in every way, in every which way you can imagine. And it's probably going to get worse. So yeah, we kind of need to get rid of these people. Again, it should be kind of evident to anybody reading any of this that we need to get rid of these people, and these people shouldn't be in charge. Like, you've got people who are fucking rapists and murderers, who are in charge. You know what I mean? This is why everything's fucked. Like, does anybody wonder? You know what I mean? Again, if you kind of go to a Luciferian doctrine, where the bad god is the way to go here, nothing's ever going to go well. You know what I mean? Like, and again, if you look back into sort of the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, it wasn't like this. Like, God was very much still knocking about in everything, and everything was going a lot better. So there's maybe proof in the pudding there, even if you're not a believer, you know what I mean? You're still better off going with God over Lucifer if we're going to worship somebody here. So this is why everything goes wrong, because the people in charge are fucking weirdos who worship the wrong God. Ripley's Believe It or Not. So what's the news on Starmer here? Would you believe it? Hold on, I don't know myself. Let's have it.
This is one of those times. So let's have a look at the first one. This is here, and this email dated the 14th of June 2010, and you can see quite clearly who the sender is and who the recipient is, in this case Peter Mandelson. And it says, "I like it, I don't like it. This book is a part candid autobiography and part history, and describes what motivated me and made me tick as I played." You can see "played" in capital letters there in brackets, third man to 2 prime ministers, Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. It is about why things happened, not just what happened. The rise, fall and future of a political phenomenon, that governed Britain for 13 years. So that's very interesting. What is he saying there? It was Blair and Brown the puppets. Mandelson was the real deal, or is he referring to the Labour Party as a whole? What do you think the context is? Let me know in the comments. And what happened to me in my life during this roller coaster ride? This book is 1/3 autobiography, 1/3 history, and 1/3 opinion. It describes my various roles, my motivations, and my views as the third man in New Labour. Tony, Gordon, and I crafted a political phenomenon that governed and guided Britain for 13 years. This book will hopefully shed some light on how decisions were made. In addition to describing their outcomes, it's about my life, my role, and my participation in this once-in-a-lifetime ride.
Yeah, a ride, exactly. It was no democracy here. It was just these fuckers, Blair and fucking him, taking us down the ship pipe. As mentioned before, well, kind of proof of it as well, played, and like, there is no democracy here. They're just doing what they want. Again, Peter Mandelson as well, talking to Jeffrey Epstein. Again, one big club where all the political power people all here, all mentioned. You know what I mean? Even in England, So it's kind of, I mean, you've got to be fucking stupid to be honest at this point to not really click on the what the fuck's going on here. It's kind of like we mentioned, the powers that be, the global elite, the ruling class, they're kind of doing what they want and they're planning a future for us that's shite and so they can run around and be fucking weirdos. We kind of need to stop them. So we'll play more. I don't know, see if Starmer's going to get a mention.
Once in a lifetime ride. Third man. Interesting. You all remember, and it's quite well documented, that was it the coffee shop meeting? I tend to recall. Was it that? Somebody let me know in the comments what you think. What comes across in that one. This next one really stuck out to me. And it was this tweet here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer features extensively in the documents, with one person requesting the police investigate a backdoor deal between Mandelson, Sunak, and Starmer. And this is taken off the Justice website with various links as well to Daily Mail articles, which you could run a mile with, really. But I'm going to censor some of this because the language is a little bit choice in some cases. So, hello, Keir Starmer. I want you to arrest me, or at least send the police round from the UK because you are yeah. And there's a link to an article there to do with an investigation. And why are you a beep, Keir, and Rishi and Peter Mandelson? Because you have all profited on the trafficking of kids and
the rape and sex trafficking of children and young women. I'll read it quicker myself. I also know backdoor deals have been done regards to me. Please do not send police. Please do send police, because for almost a decade I have tried to give you my statement. Now, where is Adam Kaskaleni, Keir Starmer? Also, why is the Prime Minister that something named in her testimony? Or where? Why? It just says WHI. So, I want that Prime Minister named and investigated immediately. In her good, is her word is good enough for Andrew? Her word is good enough for the rest of us, surely. I could be talking about Theresa May, possibly. I don't know. So yeah, again, but it said I want you to arrest me, or at least send the police round from the UK because you are a cunt. This is to Keir Starmer, and then basically accuses him, Rishi Sunak, and Peter Mandelson to have profited on the rape and sex trafficking of children and young women. So there's a lot being said here, but the other side of it is everything that's being said is to do with child abuse, child trafficking, kidnapping, murders of people if they tell anybody about this. But ultimately, it's all centres around the abuse and trafficking of young children, which, again, before all this come out, there was links with the Erica Kirk Romanian Angels thing, which then linked to Donald Trump through a beauty pageant. The connections are very much there. Do you know what I mean? So these are sick motherfuckers. They really are. Like, again, the amount of children that have been gone missing to these people's hands will be like. I don't think people will be able to believe the number in the last 40 years. To be honest, it'll be thousands. So yeah, there's another thing calling Keir Starmer a cunt, which we all know, to be fair, in the UK. But this person knew it. This is on Sunday, February the 23rd at 7:58 this year. So who sent this and why? And how was this in the Epstein files? I don't understand. But anyway, it's been mentioned anyway. What else has he got here? What else has he got? Fuck me. Go forward. Right, hold on.
Evidence of any kind. Now, we've seen this one, although
Yeah, Prince Andrew over some. Again, the woman's face has been blanked out here, so we can't really see how old they are. But Prince Andrew up to no good as usual. Probably with an underage girl. So yeah, more on Prince Andrew, to be honest. Okay, well, we'll leave it there, really. There's the play. I'll make another video with more stuff that comes out. Again, we've seen the Bill Gates stuff. Uh, well, again, it's been a lot. I think this video is probably about an hour long. So yeah, again, more sickness, depravity, evil, cruel, Luciferian, satanic, weirdo people that fucking rule the world. So this is why everything goes to shit. I have mentioned it before. Well, as well, because it's these people's plan for the new world order. And again, does it really look like you want to be in a world that these people run? And the answer should be no. So, God knows what's going to happen now, but something should happen. Christ almighty, you know what I mean? How many times has Donald Trump been mentioned? 5,000 times, over 5,000 times. Yet, well, we'll wait and see, but Christ almighty. Oh, we'll just add this on the end, even more stuff. Mondani as well, now, the New York mayor mentioned.
And do you know who else was in the Epstein files? Both Labour, that Zoran Mamdani's mum was connected to Epstein. His purpose was to compromise people, to hold things over them and control them.
Zoran Mamdani's mom not just attended one of Ghislaine Maxwell's parties, but she had one.
Yeah, gremlins in the machine. Gremlins. Yeah, as he said there, that was it. Yeah, get dirt on people, film them with kids or prostitutes or whatever, and then you can blackmail them, and not blackmail them so much for money, but for control. Keep your mouth shut, do as you're told, don't tell anybody about what really goes on. It's kind of the crack. So hold on, let's see if we can get this to play.
Purpose was to compromise people, to hold things over them and control them.
Zoran Mamdani's mom not just attended one of Ghislaine Maxwell's parties, but she had one thrown in her honor.
He was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice. So here is Jay-Z, Sean Carter, Jay-Z, being mentioned in the Epstein files, okay? People need to know who it is who sent this email.
There's no credible information. None.
Yeah, that's the head of the FBI saying there's no credible information. Again, because all these people are covering it up because they're part of it or part of the cabal, or they've also got, I mean, the whole blackmail crack didn't end with Epstein. They just get someone else to do it now. Something else is done. Again, Puff Daddy might have been up to a similar thing, but sort of look how sick the Puff Daddy thing got. This is worse, you know what I mean? But Puff Daddy will probably be in all this crack somewhere. So I'll leave it there anyway. There's more and more coming out. I'll make more videos with more information. But yeah, this is again Saint AVS is the name of the channel. But this is a good video if you want to come and watch this video as well. More and more coming out about the sick paedophile fucking Luciferian satanic weirdos who rule the world. That was the conspiracy theorists mentioned 20 years ago. Peace.